Hi, welcome to another episode of Healthier Barnet. Today we're in the Unitas Youth Zone in Burnt Oak. We are here to support the launch of Sugar Smart Barnet. Come with me, let's check it out.
Sugar Smart now, and why have we decided to, well, not wait this long, but why do we think that this is the right time to launch our campaign? So in 2018, Barnet Council put together our first healthy weight strategy. Within this strategy, we have 8 different work streams, and they're all supposed to be working together to try and improve healthy weight, healthy food choices, and physical activity opportunities in the borough. This rises into adulthood, and we know that part of this has to do with our diets. So this is a map and an overview of the percent of adults eating healthily in the borough. So this is measured on how many portions of fruit and veg people are achieving and eating in a day.
Sugar Smart is one of our public-facing campaigns, and the aim is to get businesses, schools, voluntary sector, any organization doing their part to try and improve our food offer. It's not about cutting out options, it's about increasing the number of options people have, and in particular trying to make sure that we have healthier options available.
Here in Barnet, I don't believe Barnet is part of the SFC network, a number of other boroughs are, but we're always keen to support more areas that are starting to link up issues around health, sustainability, food access, food justice, and food fairness.
It's so great to be here supporting the Sugar Smart Barnet launch. I'm just really energized by the excitement, the passion, and the creativity that the people gathered here have for taking this work forward.
Let's look at how we can make healthier changes, but make sure that this is something we can take our whole community on board, that you're not making changes without that discussion and consultation.
When the diet is going out of kilter, we're usually the first healthcare professionals to see that and have an opportunity to step in and discuss diet changes and how.
James!
Hello!
You're a dentist?
Yes!
In Barnet?
Yes.
Fantastic, and you've written a cookbook around sugar.
Yes, called
Tell
Kick
me.
Cook Sugar. So as a dentist, we're the first people to see the damage that a poor diet has to our teeth and our mouth. And we're trying to help people get off sugar. And loads of research shows that after 6 days of cutting back sugar or processed foods, your taste bud recalibrates. So I thought, how am I going to do this? Get people off sugar for long enough to realize, wow, what flavors like, what herbs, spices are. So we thought, right, let's do a 14-day plan. Breakfasts, lunches and dinners. So I know loads about sugar in the mouth, but once they swallow it, not a clue. So Nutritionist Jenny helped me with that, and I've got 2 chefs who help me with all the recipes. And we've got 2 weeks worth of delicious foods, breakfast, lunch and dinners, and by the end of it, you're off sugar and you don't want sugar again.
Sometimes we do ask children what they would prefer to make and why do they, and how can we improve it. And sometimes we will just say to them, okay, if we make, if we do pasta, we don't put any sugar in, or we don't put any salt in, and we say, well, what else can you put in to make that taste better?
We've done so much, but one little example was our parent consultation evening. We had loads of posters and pictures up, so while they were waiting to speak to the teachers, they could also see all the messages and sample the food.
As we know today, we're talking about Sugar Smart, so it very much ties into by sort of encouraging people to drink tap water. You're trying to switch them off choosing a sugary drink.
Makes you a little bit happy, just imagine it in your mouth. And that's one thing I explain to people about what sugar does.
I wondered from the Sugar Smart launch today if you could give us some top tips that we can actually do at home to reduce sugar.
Number 1, wean yourself off sugar. Now, it's very important. We are very much creatures of habit, and we get used to sugar. Sugar makes us happy. It releases a chemical in the body called dopamine. So you have that piece of cake and your dopamine goes up and you feel, oh, this is yummy, you're loving it. And then dopamine plummets and then you want a little bit more because you like that feeling. So the important thing is, number 1, to wean yourself off it. So how can you do that? I would say, first of all, to reduce the amount. So if you do bake a cake or if you do actually go and buy something, have a look at the label. there will be alternatives. You can get cookies, most of them with about 38% sugar. If you look, that's the average. Maryland cookies, Oreos. You can get others which are about 20% sugar, nearly half, but they're still cookies. Those oat biscuits, etc. Choose those instead. You're still having your biscuit, that crunch that you crave. Another thing is, in your tea, if you take a couple of sugars in your tea, take it down to 1.5. Your taste buds will barely notice the difference. And then a week later, go down to 1. They won't notice. They're getting used to it. And that's weaning yourself off the sugar.
Councillor, what do you think of Sugar Smart? Why are you here today?
Well, I think, as you know, I feel very, very passionately about what's going on. I mean, we have a very, very big epidemic in England, and we have a third of our children leaving school, primary school, either overweight or obese. And that's very sad, and I think it's unacceptable. And it's things like today where we're trying to address that.
It was absolutely fantastic, lots of energy in the room. I'm really pleased that we're starting this social movement in Barnet, because we do live in our obesogenic environment and we need to do something about it. This requires action at the national, regional and local level, and this is our little contribution to what we could do for our residents.
Teenagers were coming in like bags of like fried chicken and stuff from the tube, which first of all they're not allowed to bring in, so we'd say you can't do that. And as we move forward 6 months, certainly they're bringing in now less and less of their own products, which is really good to see, because they know they can get a good healthy meal for a quick down here at the centre.
Every week we will push out around the region of 1,000 hot meals. That's to a number of those children. It only costs £1.
So Unitas has taken the Sugar Smart pledge?
We absolutely are. We're really committed to, really supporting this public health campaign. We want to do a lot with young people to educate them about the hazards of consuming too much sugar, and we can do that through the offer here, but also getting them active, getting them fit, and getting them looking ahead to their future lives.
I've been working with Sugar Smart for 3 years now, because I've realised that we need to get the message out there that you can't just brush your teeth and eat rubbish and you think everything's going to be fine, because it isn't. So I love what they've been doing, getting the message out to the local community, making people aware. I love the new poster, it's good, isn't it? And making people aware that actually when they have their savoury things, that actually most of the time they aren't savoury. When they go to the supermarket, over 70% of the thing in the supermarket has got added sugar. Now some supermarkets are spraying vegetables with sugar to make people eat them. It's crazy. So it's like, okay, let's get our flavours back, let's get people to understand what they're eating and have real food.
It is about working with other communities, but I think we can't change the whole world, and I think that's why perhaps we realise. But what we can do is we really can, working together, have an impact on Barnet.
What about your team? Are they taking the pledge?
They are definitely taking the pledge, and don't worry. I mean, all the time there are things I'm reminded of. We don't have biscuits and things at any meetings now. We generally have water and then fruit, or like today where we have vegetables.
As an individual, you can sign up to our newsletter, and you can tweet us at Barnet Council and let us know what you're doing to improve the amount of sugar that you eat. But as a business, we want businesses to be taking action, and the way we can record those is by making pledges. So if you sign up to Sugar Smart online, there's an option and you can click on a button, and there's a number of pledges that you can make. So a lot of them were discussed already today, so that we know that you're serious about changing the way that sugar is presented in our community and you're taking action.
That wraps up another episode of Healthier Barnet for Barnet TV. Please subscribe, click on the buttons, you know exactly what to do. See you next time.
Say Sugar Smart.
Sugar Smart.